Alright. We are back. This is going to be Dreamhack Finals. We are watching former TSM Khanada, currently on BBG, and former TSM Mackwood. Because if you did not know, just a few days ago TSM dropped pretty much all of their comp Fortnite roster. They kept their content creators on, which honestly makes sense. But yes, so these two, Khanada and Mackwood, have obviously been incredibly consistent with placements. They're very good players. If you haven't seen them, I hope you enjoy, because I haven't really watched a lot of their VOD reviews, but their placements speak for themselves. They currently land Craggy on this game. This is their second to last game in finals, so it's pretty much a stacked lobby, as you can see here. They get Craggy all to themselves, which is huge, because if Fish Stick spawns here, you get free upgrades, as long as you have gold. Early game's probably going to be a little bit slow, just because they're unconned. But as zones start to form, I'm going to be curious to see if they W key or if they actually kind of watch where they're rotating. I don't think they're going to W key just because it is a finals game. But I'm curious to see how they take fights and what their thought process is here. And if they use all these fishing spots, because this spot is actually busted. With all the free shield, the free upgrades because of Fish Stick if he spawns here, and the fishing spots, like, you can get an absolutely stacked loadout very fast. So if you don't land here in like solos, arena, or tournaments, like, first of all, if you start, you're probably going to be heavily contested, at least in tournaments. But I would recommend at least giving it a shot, because Craggy is one of the best solo drops, in my opinion. I land here all the time in solos. Off the rip, though, blue tack, green AR, huge. He has gray tack, gray AK, but he can upgrade pretty easily here. He's fishing, which is huge. Actually, very good here. So, looking here, we have Mackwood looting the rest of Craggy by himself, and you have Khanada fishing. That way they're not like both looting and then both fishing. You both have them doing different tasks to make sure that they're secured, and they can actually rotate, rather than if they both looted here, they would have much less time to fish, and vice versa. They're both splitting to make sure everything gets done so that they can rotate in a timely manner rather than get stuck in storm and get potentially held by other teams. So that's actually very smart for them, especially considering they know they're unconned here. Interesting that he's not going to run medkit. Okay, we're going to go back and look at Khanada here. He still doesn't have a good loadout, but he's farming brick, which makes sense. They're just kind of looting here. I'm gonna... Where's Zone go? Ooh, they do not get it. Zone comes down. It looks like it's centered around like Hunter's Haven area. I don't know why they've changed replay mode so you can't actually like scroll out and see the entire map. It's more centered around who you're spectating, but that's besides the point. They have to move a pretty good range to get in zone. Okay. I was like, they better grab those minis, because I don't think Khanada had any. Oh, there is a chest there. Sometimes it's this weird bug in replay mode where you hear the chest, you hear it, but it doesn't actually spawn there because of 50% spawn rates. But it's nice to see that it actually correlated to an actual chest spawn. More minis there. That's huge. The one downside to them not being contested here is now they're gonna have to really make sure they get tags for Storm Surge. Because there's 90 people left, there's obviously going to be Storm Surge in this game, but because people are fighting in the kill feed here, you can see that, they're not fighting off spawn. And they actually have a very clear rotation here with no one really around them. They're going to really have to get to zone and start getting tags on people, otherwise they might be in some trouble here. But good news is for finals in a tournament, this is actually a pretty high kill game. It's not too crazy, but compared to what it could have been, very good. He has really good mats here, actually, for rotating. Really good metal, considering. And same with Khanada. Huge play. Taking the car here, they'll be able to get to zone in no time. That was the best play they could have done. Drop the gas can after filling up the car. Grab the harpoon for loot. Interesting route. Rather than go down here, they come up here. Oh, it's okay. Smart. No one around them at all. That's an AI. That's also an AI. They have this whole rotate. There is 2 people Coliseum though. Free shield? Wow. Free shield and free upgrade for them. That's huge. They don't go for shockwaves. That's an interesting choice because mobility is actually so important in this meta. Smart, they're trying to get tags on the rotate. Again, they need tags here, so. Oh, that book is metal now. Interesting. Gave wood last season and I haven't farmed it since. Okay, so they're gonna go for this drop. Oh, this is huge, actually. They're in zone. Yeah, this is huge. They're in zone, and they just got a free drop. Huge upgrade. Splashes, bouncers. Now they both have purple scars and upgraded attacks. Not upgraded as one where it's purple and gold, but green and blue. They're getting shot at, returning fire, smart. Like, if you can get any tag here, that's huge. Uh-oh. Neither of them go. Oh, Khanada got tagged like once. Wow, they're getting lobby sprayed because of the truck. That's crazy. Does he edit this? Kaz and Who Fishy? Oh my god, big brain. There just so happens to be minis laying by the fire and he can just go grab them for free because of the harpoon without risking life and limb. They should grab that campfire, or he should. Okay, where's zone going? Oof. Wow, they got really cucked, for lack of a better term. They landed craggy, and zone is all the way off the other end of the map. They had to rotate all the way across here, and they barely took any damage. That's crazy. Honestly, just because of good late rotations with the truck. That was huge. If they had to go on foot, they would be in trouble. This is going to be highly contested because that's going to be ultimate high ground. But I feel like a lot of people are just going to farm out buildings at Misty and just kind of base up there. Pop the fish just for white heals. Yep, I knew it. I was like, there's no way he goes in with 89 HP when there's that right there. Ooh, that's not great to just leave that out there, because you just gave anyone a free upgrade with that. But there's only so much you can do, right? You're not going to just take it. You're not going to box it in, like... Another car. Cars are meta. 100%. They've been meta since introduction. They're getting sprayed by D-Roller, Colazo, Decryptos' duo, Rocane. Whoever lands Misty, which is typically like liquid scented, and Stretch, like if they, whoever landed Misty is stacked, because you can get all of your loot here, all of your mats around it or in it, and they pulled zone this whole time. Good claiming that wall. Make sure it's all your own builds, that way you don't get destroyed. Yep. I'm gonna pause this really quick. Notice how, first of all, very cool brick animation here. Second of all, because they didn't get any tags, they're 23 above. Like, they need to be, because it's duos, they need to be much higher than this. Probably at least 200 above would be ideal. Just because that way you need to make sure you're not going to get caught up. Like, other teams shouldn't be catching up to you. Like, right now, they could easily be in trouble. If some team, like, if a duo kills a duo, like, they're going to be under threshold. Or even if a duo gets, like, a really good spray. Like they could be at risk here of Storm Surge. Interesting, they swapped tax. They did get a couple tags there. You saw it was 20 up, and now they're 51 up. That's important. I think Khanada got those tags for sure. But they're in a pretty good location here. They're on the edge of the water here. This is second zone, so you don't really want to commit to center until third. They're on the island by themselves, which is kind of tough because they're going to have to swim if zone pulls this way. They're not in a bad spot, though. It could be worse. Yeah, see, so pause this again really quick. Look at this zone. Oh my lord. 50% in the water. These guys, Joji and whoever his duo was, are going to have to swim across the water and then go all the way up this mountain while all these teams are, like, fighting to keep them off. These guys landed in a good spot. They don't have to worry about zone at all. They're also in the same kind of situation, though, because these guys are going to have to go all the way uphill, potentially burning a lot of mats. And because 50% of it's in water, all of this landmass is going to be highly contested. So I'm curious to see what happens here if people actually base up in the water, or if it just becomes like a giant battle over the landmass, because that's going to be rough. Nice tags. Again, you should probably aim for about like 200 above. Trios is going to obviously be more. But in an ideal scenario, you want to be like 200 above. Because right there, he was 100 above almost, and now he's 25 above. 56 above. Sorry, 75 I meant. It's going down drastically because people are getting tags on the rotate. Like, it's gonna fluctuate here a lot. The fact that they're rotating in the open is actually pretty ballsy. I can't lie. There's people all around them. Get some tags here, man. Not gonna. They're looking good on mats. Looking good on loadouts. Almost in zone. They late rotated here, which was huge, because they let everyone kind of rotate ahead of them. That way they're not contesting for who goes first. Oh my god. No way. I'm... in what world? Oh, beamed. Later, sended. They got tags there. That, I'm gonna be real. That was really weird watching him ramp up to the guy who had a sniper and had the wall opened with a window and the guy didn't shoot him. That was a bit strange. In any sort of regular game, I would have been headshot sniped like 600 meters away. But it is what it is. Scented goes down. They use their harpoon to grab literally almost all of his loot and mats, which is huge. Free refresh. Khanada should go to full HP here. This is so risky. They're not even in zone. Like, no way are they... Okay, these are their builds, but like... If those guys didn't back off, they would have had to take a fight there, because they weren't in zone. They would have been held. They pulled zone, so anyone out here now has to go up this steep hill. This mountain is zone. These guys right here, very lucky. Zone is on their side. I'm not gonna lie though, right now, Khanada and Mackwood are playing it very close to the chest. Like, look at this. Like, these guys have, like, no walls here. They're looking for a fight. They're on edge zone. Prime example of why the harpoon is so busted in tournaments. By fishing loot like that, it literally costs you no harpoon shots. He's had 6 harpoon shots this whole time, and he has harpooned a ton of loot into their box for free refreshes. They don't even need to get kills. So if you're not running harpoon, despite the fact that it's been in the game for quite a while, you're really missing out, because they just got free refreshes by having to do nothing at all. They just sit there and harpoon the loot. People get kills, they get it all for free. Actually nuts. It's interesting to me, watching this back right now, that no one is contesting for this. I know, in theory, because it's... Ooh, good tags. See, now he's 244 above. That's a better comfort zone. But people are going to start getting sprayed more here, so you're going to want to watch that. I understand because it's 4th zone, you want to be on edge because of the chance of getting half in, half out. But the fact that no one is fighting for this high ground is actually kind of crazy. Because you could be on high ground here and barely have to rotate for half in, half out. But... I don't know. That's crazy. Edge 4th is definitely superior, because if you guess right and zone goes in your favor, you don't have to move, and all the mats you've invested in for your base are worth it. But the fact that no one's on that edge of height is crazy. Very interesting play. Really good teamwork here. They're trying to expand a little bit and having one person pickaxe the wall and one hold to make sure they get it rather than 50-50 with the other team. Very smart. Gonna go ahead and watch Khanada here. Oh, nice pick on Straw Hat Charlie. Ooh. Wow. Is Khanada on controller? Holy. That was a nice shot. Okay. Pause it again. Zone pulls way over here. These guys are good. These guys are gonna be in shambles. I'm gonna be honest. They're not too bad, because this is kind of a much flatter area than on this side of the mountain. But it's still gonna cost them mats, no doubt. Right there, they're, oh my god, Khanada's burning mats like it's his job. Holy, he is overbuilding so much. He does not need to be building this much, and it's actually, it burned like 40 builds just then. I'm gonna go back to Mackwood here. Okay, he has 100 builds. So that's good, but Mackwood probably is gonna have to drop Khanada at some point, because drop him mats. I mean, because he is burning mats. Yeah, make sure you take that. That's good. Even though they're not getting that wall, they're spraying it, so they're making the other team burn mats, which is smart. They're playing a low ground roll here, which is pretty smart. They need to take that roof. Okay. I was like, someone could just place an edit on there. Ooh, his zone goes back towards Misty. This is going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how this plays out. What does Khanada's mats look like? 40 builds. Together they have like 140. They're going to need a refresh. Mackwood's good. Khanada's going to need a refresh. And depending on how they tarp the zone here, it depends on whether they need to refresh sooner rather than later, or if they're actually good until they get there. See, Mackwood was playing that smart. He made a double box. He didn't overbuild. He just made a double box there. That way they had some space in case they got keyed by the people next to them. But it wasn't too much space where all of a sudden he's in shambles and mats. So, bad bouncer. He probably should have looked out there to make sure he was cleared. Because, there we go. Better, much better. They're staying together, which is huge. Sometimes you can get lost in the builds here in end games. So the fact that they were able to not get interrupted on the bouncer and land together was huge. Because now they can beam low ground. They don't really need to worry about Storm Surge here. There's 36 people left. 6 people need to die. They're 260 above. They're probably okay. Obviously, the more the better. Oh my lord. Just dove right into that guy's box. Free kill, free refresh. Free refresh, good tarp, not overbuilt. Again, nice elim. Khanada popping off. So it seems like Khanada's the one playing back tarp looking for picks here, which is smart, because Khanada's aim is really good. Mackwood is really good as well, but Khanada's the one getting the frags right now. Okay, so they're gonna probably need a mat refresh here. Yeah, they're not looking good on mats. 60 builds between the two of them. They're gonna need a pick. is why fishing early game is huge. They still have shield fish to get to max shield. Or close. Really good tarping. He's running out of mats, though. Again, Khanada playing back tarp looking for picks. Oh. Caught in 4K. Sitting in his box with his pickaxe out. Good layer change. I'm going to pause this really quick. They jumped down. They killed that guy. They grabbed as much loot as they can, but they recognized that they were between this duo and Floki. And I don't know if there's a second person here. But the fact that they recognized none of that box was their builds, and they were between these two, and they were able to quickly jump out, close the cone, and close this wall behind them as safety. Like, they were able to get out of there clean. They took some damage, but it could have been way worse. They could have been killed there. Okay, zone's going back through their builds a little bit. Again, just kind of looking for picks. It's huge. Floki below them killed the other team that was on their right side. Oh, free kill, free mats. What are the chances? What are the chances? The guy just drops right in front of them. All right, Floki kills Clix. It's 2v1. Or no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. There's a duo and a solo left. Floki into Crypto's on low ground, and it looks like Clix's duo on height. They drop down for kills here. Oh no. He drops down to challenge them, but it was all for nothing. Nice. Really well played. They knew that one person was on height in shambles, so they dropped down to go fight the duo because they knew they could take the solo, and the solo ended up dropping down and getting killed, thus giving them a quick little refresh, which ultimately didn't really matter because they were able to kill the duo right there. That was a really good game, really good rotations and tarping. Once after Khanada did the little overbuild there, Mackwood took over tarping, and he was very good at mat economy, making sure that he was not overbuilding, pausing, making sure they were looking back for tags, making sure they knew where zone was going as to not throw and mess up the building. Yeah, very good game. Very, very good. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and enjoyed and maybe learned something. Peace out.